So good day everyone. My name is Renz Gerardar Martin, a BSI major in English. And for today I will be having a teaching demonstration for English 8. Then the main objective of this teaching demonstration is the student should be able to know the definition of active and passive voice. Second is to distinguish if a sentence is in the active or the passive voice. And for third, to rewrite an active voice into passive voice and vice versa. So now let's start. So good morning class.
Good morning, sir.
So let us stand up and let us pray. Let us bow our heads.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we praise and glorify your holy name. We are humbly asking for your divine guidance as we begin our online class today. May you give us the knowledge and wisdom to understand our lesson, and attentiveness and strength to accomplish the task that we have for this day. May everything that we do and learn find its origin in your wisdom, and through you may we find its purpose in our life, in our home, friends, in our neighbor today, and in the future. We ask this through Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you, and the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
So before we start our discussion for today, let's have first a short morning energizer. Okay. So very good. Once again, good morning class.
Good
Morning,
morning,
sir.
How are you doing for today?
We're good.
So, you may now take your seat.
Thank you.
So, before we start our discussion for today, who can recall our last topic all about? Yes, Miss Indian?
As I remember, our last topic, last meeting is about the verb.
Alright, very good. So, when you hear the word verb, what comes on your mind first?
Verb is an action word.
Alright, very good. So when we say verb is an action word or a state of being. So verb is the type of word that consists of actions and motions. So for example, dancing, singing, and walking, and many more.
Yes.
So we have here a set of sentences, and all we need to do is to determine what verb were being used in these sentences. So for the number one, can you please read this again?
Santa Claus is going to town.
So what verb is being used in this sentence?
Going.
Alright, you're correct. So number two, Mr. Emil, can you read?
Joseph is running near the store.
So what is the verb that is being used?
Running.
Very good. So for the third example, Ms. Emil.
Layla is eating spaghetti with meatballs. The verb is eating.
Very good. So for number four, Mr. Emil.
John is searching for his lost dog. The verb used is searching.
Alright, very good. So I have also here some pictures, and all we need to do is to determine the verb that is being used in these sentences. So the first picture is
Dancing.
Dancing.
very good. For the next picture,
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
very good. For the next picture,
Playing.
Playing.
very good. For the next,
Eating.
Eating.
very good, correct. And for the last,
Singing.
Singing.
alright. So we are now done recalling on our last topic. So we will now proceed on our next topic. So before we proceed on our next topic, I have here a video for you class to watch and for you to have an idea for what is our topic all today all about. Alright. So before, so after watching the video, do you have now an idea on what is our topic for today all about?
Yes.
Yes. What is our topic for today?
The active and passive. Yeah.
Very good. So for this day, we will be discussing all about the active and passive voice. So active and passive voice are two special forms of verb. So we will now go into the first part, which is the voice. So what is voice? So voice is the quality of a verb that shows whether the subject is the doer of the action or the receiver. So we have two types of voice. First one is the active voice. So what is active voice? So when we say active voice, it is used to indicate that the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action or the performer of the action. So we have various examples. And can you read this, Mr. Ringer?
Joshua painted the entire world. Lincoln read the story in one.
Alright. So in these examples, we can notice that Joshua and Lincoln are the subjects, while painted and read is the verb. So the subjects are being emphasized as the doer of the action. So we will now proceeding on the passive voice. So what is passive voice? Passive voice is used to indicate that the subject is the receiver instead of being the doer of the action. So passive voice is the opposite of active voice. So we have read some examples and can you please read?
The wall was painted by Joshua. The story has been read by Lincoln.
Very good. As we can see in these examples, the subject was written after the verb. So the wall and the story is being emphasized instead of the subject. So we are now proceeding on changing active to passive voice and vice versa. So can you please read this, Sir Inga?
The guests enjoyed the party. The party was enjoyed by the guests.
So very good. And the next example.
They are painting the walls. The walls are being painted by them.
Very good. So in changing active to passive voice, we can notice that the order of the words are being changed. So in order for us to make the active into passive voice, we will move the subject after the verb. For example, the guests enjoyed the party. So the subject here is the guest, and it is written before the verb. So in order for us to make it a passive voice form, we need to write the subject after the verb. And same as the other example. So, alright, we are now done. So, for me to further assist you, we will now be having an application. So, I have here a set of sentences, and all you need to do is to determine if these sentences, or to determine what are they using, if active voice or passive voice. So here are the examples. We can start now.
transfer it in
You
the
will just determine if
if it is
this
an
sentence
active
is using
or
an
passive.
active or passive voice.
Okay.
Are you all done?
Yeah.
So let us check your answers. So for the number one, can you read, Sir Indian? Ay, Sir Emil?
The lady is eating the apple.
What is your answer?
Active.
So active is correct because the subject is written before the verb. So for the number two,
The manager is finding the annual salary report. Active voice.
so correct. For number three,
The book was read by the teacher. Passive.
correct because the subject was written after the verb. And for the number four,
For the movie was watched by the students. Passive voice.
very good. So for the number five,
Ryan is listening to the music. Active.
very good. So I have here as also an activity, and all you need to do is to rewrite. If this is an active voice, you will need to rewrite it in passive voice. And vice versa. So you can now start. Are you done?
Yes.
So let's check. So for the number one, this will
Noriel fixed the faucet.
what is
The faucet was fixed by Noriel.
So very good. So for number two,
Number two, Joshua opened the door. The door was opened by Joshua.
very good. For number three,
The tent was folded by Ryan. Ryan folded the tent.
very good. So for number four,
Number four, Rafael pushed the cart. The cart was pushed by Rafael.
very good. For number five,
The cake was made by Andre. Andre made the cake.
very good. Alright, class. So it seems that you truly understand our topic for today. So for the last part, I will give you an assignment. So for this assignment, all you need to do is to define and differentiate the active voice and the passive voice in 2 to 5 sentences. Please copy this. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your cooperation, and that's all for today. And good job, everyone.
Goodbye.
So-
Thank you, Sir Ren.
Bye.